Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of Vets Plus Sports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing this Saturday night? Hope everyone's doing good and well. Here's another live episode tonight. We'll let Cool Beans do a shout out before we get into it.
Yes, like we'd like to give a shout out to those that like to come on and watch the lives, and for those that'll actually come back and watch the replay, we thank you for giving us your undivided attention. And for the radio show, which we didn't do a radio episode this week, but our radio show cities are Ashburn, Virginia, Brussels, Belgium, Boardman, Oregon, San Jose, California, LA, California. We thank y'all for listening.
Yes, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll go ahead and get in this. I'm gonna mention something that we usually don't, since it's up. I got my computer up. You got the Masters going on for golf right now.
Oh,
It'll
yes,
finish
it
it
sure
up.
did.
It'll finish it up tomorrow. Right now, here's what you got for the first couple top five. You got Rory McIlroy at 12 under. You've got Jay Chambu at 10 under. Corey Connors at 8 under. Reed at 6 under. And Iberg, I guess is how you pronounce his name, at 6 under. That's what you got right now. If anybody is keeping up with the Masters and some golf, uh, and tomorrow will be the last day to see who puts on that green jacket. Um, Now we'll get into some hockey news as we move on, because you got hockey getting ready to.
They about
Uh,
to enter their playoffs pretty soon too.
yeah, they should be finishing up. Let me get some scores up. Um, they should be pretty close as well as like the NBA. Um, it should be wrapping up and getting the playoff situations pretty much locked in. I'm trying to see where we're at. As I look at the standings right now, um, you've got, let's do, yeah, that's the divisions. Let's do this here. Let's go to conferences. It'll be better to do it that way. All right, right now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's all in the Eastern Conference. You got 7 spots locked in right now, with only 1 spot left, and it's coming down between 3 teams for that last spot. Um, Montreal Canadiens, they hold the 8 spot right now. And then you got Columbus Blue Jackets and the Detroit Red Wings. Montreal is right now sitting at 39, 31, and 9. Columbus is at 37, 33, and 9. And the Detroit Red Wings are 37, 35, and 7. That's in the Eastern Conference. Then going out west is a little bit different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots are locked in right now. So, and the only thing is, you only got 2 more spots to lock in, and you only got 3 teams fighting for that. So only one's going to get left out, which to me, looking at, it's going to be Calgary Flames, because Minnesota is at the 6th spot at 43, 30, and 7, tied with the Blues at 43, 30, and 7. And then Calvary's at 38 and 27. So it's looking like Calvary's going to be probably packing their bags and not going to
Right.
the playoffs. And I'll run down some scores right now. What's going on tonight? Right now in the third with 18 minutes left. So they just started the third period. In Toronto, you got the Maple Leafs and the Canadians. They are 0-0 in the third period. Um, then in the third period in Chicago, you got the Blackhawks and the Jets playing with 18-20 left. They are tied up 2-2. And out in Dallas, you got the Stars and I guess that's Dallas Stars, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, okay. I mean, Dallas Stars and Utah Hockey Club. The Stars are up 2-1 with. They just started the second period there with 19 minutes and 28 seconds left. We do have one game that's getting ready to start here at 10. That's Wild and Canucks. They'll be starting at 10 o'clock. And then, well, let's see. And then the Predators and the Golden Knights will be starting at 10, along with the Blues and the Kraken. And here's some finals from the day. And this one here, I guess, was in a shootout. You had the Flyers and the Islanders. The Flyers won 4-3, but neither one of them are in the playoffs. You've got the Capitals and the Blue Jackets. Capitals must have set their players. The Blue Jackets beat them 7-0.
Yeah, they probably did.
Because Capitals are 50, 20, and 9. That's one of they're your top teams right now.
Yeah, and the Capitals is where Ovechkin is, and he already beat the record.
Yep, he's done beat the record. They done sold up the number 1 seed, I think, in the East. So why even play your players? You got the Rangers and the Hurricanes. Hurricanes won 7-3 over the Rangers. You Kings over the Avalanche 5-4. The Panthers over the Sabres 3-2. And let's see what we got going on here. I think we still have a few more games left. There's some Sunday slate of games. I guess they should be.
I would think they would be wrapping up this weekend because the NBA wraps up this weekend. After this weekend, there's no more regular season games.
Well, they've got a slate all the way out to Thursday.
Oh, you know what? Because they play in line with the NBA, they probably don't start exactly when the NBA do. They might have about a couple week difference. So,
well, but they right now. Here we go. My computer's not wanting to. Well, I don't know what's going on there. So I don't know if Tuesday ends. Let's see. Here we go. Now we got Thursday. Yeah, Thursday will be I think, last slate of games for the regular season. And then they should be kicking it off playoff mode come. Well, come on, computer. Man, this thing, it's all messing up.
I hear you. My other one, it fried. That's like I couldn't.
Well, if I find out there's somebody that's out there listening, they probably already know it follows hockey more. Right now, I don't know what's wrong with this computer. But there's a slate of games going till Thursday. So, and let's see what we have here. I'll just do this here. Maybe.
I was able to pull up some games for tomorrow that's coming up.
Yeah, I seen those. Let's see what this says here. Well, Google ain't like it used to be. I'll tell you that much.
Right. But here's the question, though. It looks like they got about like almost another week. Because I see games slated out to not Sunday, till Thursday.
Yeah, their games are slated to Thursday.
But why would the Capitals pull their starters already? Especially when you got a game. Because I see the Capitals playing the Penguins on Thursday. Yeah, the Capitals are playing on Thursday. Let's see when they play again.
Well, they
and Tuesday they play the Islanders, but the Islanders ain't in it.
You think this here is not giving it. This is the ticket information from StubHub, but it's not giving no dates. like it's supposed to. But we'll just see what happens from there. Because for some reason stuff's not coming up.
Right. And the Capitals, they're playing tomorrow against the Blue Jackets. From the looks of it, they only have 3 games left, the Capitals. And
Well,
maybe they did.
that would be about right because that would probably sound right because Thursday will be wrapping it up. Because
Uh huh.
right here, it's showing. I got the calendar up, and it's showing it lit up till Thursday, and then the rest of the month is not showing nothing. Um, even even when you go to the playoff watch, and this is different than the NFL. You get on the NFL, you know exactly when they're starting.
Yep, exactly. And here's the thing I was thinking about. I wonder how often hockey players get hurt. Are their injuries as bad as like the NFL? Because so far, you know, I think the NBA came out with this hit with this plan. I think that's going to be really good for doing the plan. They got extra games showing, and they got extra revenue coming in. What about hockey? Maybe they. I know the NFL can't do it because the NFL they
No,
have two. The injuries is too. What is the word I'm trying to say? It's too
they're
easy to get hurt,
yeah.
and when they get hurt, they are hurt for a while.
That seems what you know. Yeah, with football, their injuries are more
Severe, yeah.
severe, and I don't know why that is. Um, and don't let me forget. I got a question to ask you when we get to the NFL.
Okay.
If I don't, it just came to me. I thought about it earlier. Um, but yeah, theirs is more severe and everything else. But these slated games that they got, so I don't think there's no playoff. I could be wrong. There's no playoff game, playing games. I don't think.
Yeah.
Uh,
So far, I
because
don't think the NHL has playing
no, because that you got the East. They've only got it's down to
just one
uh,
team left.
one team's only going home out of three.
Yeah.
So that's what we got right here with with the NHL. We'll find out more. I don't know if it's with this with our computers is not coming up or what, but moving right along. Let's see. I'll jump into some MLB scores right now,
Okay.
um, and then we'll get into some basketball. All right. And I did find out from a guy that works with us, one of the nurses in the. Well, I don't know if he's not a nurse, but he works up there with us. That Otani, they have not put him into the pitch in rotation yet. They're not going to rush him back. I mean, but why would you rush him back when you're rolling like you are?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't want to rush him back and injure him. So that's a smart move there. Here goes some scores, some games that's going on right now. The top of the eighth in Houston, you've got the Angels over the Astros 4-0. Bottom of four in Arizona, the Diamondbacks. The Brewers are up 2-0 on them. It's the top of the third in San Diego, and the Rockies are getting beat 1-0 by the Padres. And right now, you've got the Cubs and the Dodgers in the middle of the first. So LA has not went to bat yet. Getting ready to the first pitch. It will be at 9:40 in Seattle, the Mariners and the Rangers. And here's some finals coming up. You had the Tigers beating the Twins 4-0. The Phillies over Cardinals 4-1. The Yankees beat the Giants 8-4. We'll talk about those Yankees too here. The Orioles beat the Blue Jays 5-4. Athletics beat the Mets 3-1. The Braves beat the Rays 5-4. You had the Marlins and the Nationals. Marlins won 7-6. White Sox beat the Red Sox 3-2. Guardians beat the Royals 6-3. The Reds beat the Pirates 5-2. And talking about those Yankees, they are 8-6 on the season after starting pretty hot. Um, we'll run down some standings, just like we always said about baseball. Baseball is all about hot streaks and
Yep.
getting cold, and it's looking like now the East, American League East, where the Yankees are at, is going to flip flop if it's the way it's going. You know how the West used to be one of your not as good conferences.
Yeah.
Well, here's what the East looks like right now. The Yankees are 8-6. The Blue Jays in second at 8-7. The Red Sox 7-9. The Tampa Bay Rays 6-8, and the Orioles at 6-8. So
Wow.
the start of the season, they have flip flop with the West, with one of the not so good conferences starting out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the Central here. You got the Tigers. They're leading it 9-5. The Detroit Tigers. Think about that. The Guardians are in second at 8-6. The Royals is 7-8. Then 4-10 is the Chicago White Sox, and then 4-11 is Minnesota. And then out west, the Rangers are 9-5. Los Angeles Angels is 8-5. Houston is 6-7. Seattle 6-8. Athletics are 6-9. Then we get to the National League. You get in the East. We know my Braves ain't leading it. The Phillies are leading. The Phillies and the Mets are tied at 9-5. Miami Marlins at 7-7. Washington Nationals at 6-8, and the Braves are at 4-10. And then you got in the Central, you got Milwaukee leading 8-6. The Chicago Cubs at 9-7. Cincinnati Reds at 7-8. Cardinals 6-8. Pittsburgh Pirates at 5-10. And then out west, this is the thing I was talking about, the flip flop. San Diego Padres are leading that division 11-3, which they're playing right now. So is the Dodgers. The Dodgers are 11-4. San Francisco is 10-4. And then the Diamondbacks 7-7 and the Rockies 3-10. That looks like to be your better division as of right now.
Those are powerhouses right there.
So, but baseball's a long season. It's all about hot streaks, cold streaks, and everything else. And let's see who are.
And then it's too close to call. You say like Dodgers was 11-4. That's 15 games. They got out of 162, they still got like 147 games.
Yeah, they got a long way to go. Here's our home run leaders right now. And you've got if my computer stops doing whatever it's deciding to doing. Well, see what we got here. You've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way tie for home runs for first. You've got Trout, he's got 6. Aaron Judge has got 6. You got Schwarber, he has 6. You've got Edman from the Dodgers, he's got 6. You got Soderstrom from Athletics, he's got 6. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a whole bunch of people with 5 home runs. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people with 5. And I wish my computer stopped doing crazy stuff. You got Flores, Suarez, Hernandez from LA. You got Tucker from Chicago. You got Hopi from Angels. Carroll from Arizona. You've got Paris from the Angels and Wood from Washington Nationals, all with 5 home runs. So that's what you got right now as far as your home run leaders. Springer's leading the league in batting average at 429, and the next one even close to him. He plays for Toronto. The next one close is Alonso for the Mets at 378. And then with runs batted in, Aaron Judge is leading that with 20. Alonso from the Mets has got 18. Hernandez for the Dodgers has got 16. Tucker for the Cubs 16, and I don't know, Correro. I don't know how you say that name for Brewers. He's got 16.
Okay.
That's about the rundown as of right now. Just a little bit of stats there. You got anything with the women's NBA?
Yes. Starting off with the women's NBA because they're gonna be starting soon. The draft is this Monday. This Monday, 8 p.m. The draft is expected to go down. Paige Buckner is expected to go number 1. Now it depends on who you. Number 2 through 5 is just like you ask different people, they got different stuff. But everybody unanimously says Paige Buckner's is going number 1, and she will be with the Dallas Wings if she goes number 1. She probably will still go number 1, but here's the thing: you know how everything is fickle. It might not be Dallas. Dallas might trade that for another team, and who knows. But she's determined to go number 1. And like me and you was talking, I'm gonna go ahead and spill the beans because because I didn't know until I looked it up today. And it's like everybody was talking about some Juju Watkins when she's gonna enter the draft and everything. Juju Watkins, even though she got hurt, and everybody would think, well, maybe because she got hurt, she's not going to. Juju Watkins is not eligible for the draft. WNBA rules state to be eligible for the draft, you have to either A, be graduating from a 4-year college, or be at least 22 years old. You have to be 22 years old the same year that they do the draft. Just like the draft is in April, if she was turning in this June when her birthday is, if she was turning 22, she would still been eligible. But however, this June when her birthday comes, she is only going to be 20 years old. So she was not eligible. And it's like these TV stations and everything just been fooling us. And just, I would see it all the time, like going through Twitter and everything. You'll see those news ads about her going number 1, and it was either between her and Paige. She wasn't even eligible. Like they were just clickbait. It's almost like my Instagram news.
You need to stay away from that Instagram.
I know. I know.
Well, we'll see.
But after that, the draft is Monday. Then 2 weeks from that, training camp begins, and season starts May 15th.
May 15th.
That's like a month between draft and season.
So let me ask you this. If that news was wrong, is the news of them walking out, is that wrong?
It probably is wrong, but this came out from reliable sources out the mouths of Angel Reese and Dejanay Carrington.
That's funny.
They was complaining about they want more money, and if we don't get this money, we are prepared to sit. I'm like, really? Because nobody watching you two anyway. So if you sit and everybody else go to work, hey, everything's okay.
All right. Anything else with the women's NBA?
Nah, that's all I got right now. Probably next week we'll have a lot because we'll know who that draft will be over, and we know training camp is about to begin, and a lot of people about to get their tails busted.
When's the NBA draft?
It's I don't know. It should be about in June.
Summer. Yeah,
it comes out in summer. But the play-ins, like the women's NBA draft is on the 14th, April 15th, first day of the play-ins.
All right. Well, as far as there was no NBA games today for the NBA, it was an idle day for them. And the playoffs is pretty much wrapped up for the team that's going to be in it. So just depending on the teams, let me see here, 70. Like Cleveland's only got one more game They're 64-17, so they've played 81 games so far.
Mm-hmm.
Um, along with Boston, so that's where we're at. It should be wrapping up the slate of games that they have for tomorrow, and I don't know. There is no. All right, all right. You got here's a slate of games for tomorrow right now. So a lot of them are going to be probably setting their starters if they don't play at all.
Right.
I mean, like, look, the Celtics are playing the Hornets. Why would you play your starters?
I know. I wouldn't.
I mean, so then you got the Hawks playing the Magic. Your Knicks are playing the Nets. If I was the Knicks, I would set my whole roster because them Nets are peggy. They're pesky little ants
Yep.
or bugs, whatever to say. Just go ahead and set your starters, take your butt whooping because they're going to play the whole game. The Pacers and the Cavaliers are playing, the Wizards and the Heat, Bulls, 76ers, Pistons and Bucks, the Nuggets and the Rockets. Mavericks and Grizzlies, Jazz, Timberwolves, Thunder, Pelicans, Raptors, Spurs, Clippers, Warriors, Lakers, Trailblazers, Suns, and the Kings. So I'd say the reason why they had that off day today because tomorrow will finish it up.
Yep.
The slate of games, and then come Tuesday will be your play-in games, Tuesday and Wednesday. As like right now, here's what you got. Tuesday, you've got your play-in game on the East is the Hawks and the Magic. And right now, to be determined who the West is going to be after what finalizes tomorrow. So, and then Wednesday, you've got your play-in games. Would be the Heat and the Bulls in the East, and they're still waiting out West. So there is what we have, and just like talk about hot and cold streaks. If you remember, not too long ago, what was about a month or so ago, before the Lakers got Luka, I said the Lakers were looking pretty good already. Before they got Luka, they were a team that could probably do it, but they're going to finish the 3 seed in out west. Now I ain't got to see them play as of late on how they're doing. I know LeBron set out a few games, but they could be the sleeper if the Houston Rockets and Thunder start to slide.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see how that goes. You see now, when he was talking about these play-in games and stuff like this, they're waiting to see. All right, here's which to me, I mean, you got in the 9 seed, you got Sacramento, and in the 10 seed, you got Dallas Mavericks. So that's as of right now. If Sacramento loses and Dallas wins, then Dallas. So that them games are kind of a little bit of importance.
Yeah.
Depending on who you want to play. Do you want to play Minnesota or do you want to play Memphis? Because if I was Sacramento, I don't know if I would want to play Timberwolves. I'd play Memphis.
Right.
And then Dallas is probably thinking, well, I'd rather, let's see, because it goes, what, 7, 10, 8, 9 play, correct? Is that how it goes?
Correct.
So Sacramento needs to win to stay where they're at.
No, 7 plays, 7 and 8 plays, because
Okay.
the 7 and 8, the winner stays at 7, and the loser will play the winner of 9 and 10 for the 8th seed.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Now I'm caught up on that. So 7 and 8 play each other, 9 and 10 play each other.
Yep.
So
Loser of 9 and 10 just goes straight home. They done.
I see why they ain't got it up there. 9 and 10, it's still going to be the Kings and Mavericks no matter what. It's just to be dependent if they're playing at Sacramento or at Dallas.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
much.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you look at Minnesota, and it's the same thing with Minnesota and Memphis right now, because Minnesota's 48-33. Memphis is 47-34. So if Minnesota would lose and Memphis would win, that they would tie, which I'm assuming that would Memphis would jump Minnesota. Minnesota will fall back to the 8th seed.
Right, because
'Cause that's
probably
not sewed
Memphis
up
probably
yet as
already
far
have
as
the
the,
tiebreaker between the two.
Yeah. So, all right, that's where we're at. It's
But I got some news
some
for you.
basketball here in the NBA.
I got some news
What's
for
that?
you, some NBA news. I think we talked about it at work, but we never did get it on the air because we didn't do a radio show. But remember, LeBron has this record for 20 straight years where he's done 25 points or more per season. He is going to fall short because I looked up his average today. They only got one game left. Unless he scores like 60 or 70 points, he's going to be averaging 24.4. This will be the first time in 20 years he's under 25 points. But, hey, like I said, they only got one more game unless he gets 60.
He shouldn't have set all them games out.
Yeah, about that. And then yesterday, when he played in well, they beat the crap out the Rockets, though. But he only had 14 points. And Luka might have been doing all them points. I remember when they played Dallas, it was the first time Luka had played against Dallas in Dallas. He scored 45 points. Yeah.
So you talking about, was it Friday night they played?
Yeah, they played they played the Houston Rockets yesterday. Yeah, Friday night. They beat them 140-109. But LeBron only had 14 points in that game, so I'm sure Luka tore it up.
I'm bringing it up right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, he had 39.
Oh, okay.
He had 39. Reeves had 23. That's in your starting lineup. Off the bench, Finney Smith had 18. And that was your leading scorer off the bench. And then everybody else scored off the bench except for Vincent. Everybody else had at least 2 or 3 points.
All right.
So, yeah, he had 14. LeBron James did. You had Hachimura. Is that how you say his name?
Hachimura, yeah.
He had 16, and then you had Hayes had 7, and that rounds out your starting lineup. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Moving right along. Got anything else with the NBA?
Nah, we just got tomorrow been them last games wrapped up, and then the fun is gonna begin. I cannot wait to play at night. It's gonna be hard to stay focused at work.
All right, moving right along with the NFL, and what I was going to ask you, I thought about this today. All right, you look at the players today, as far as an NFL, as far as their careers, productive wise, and I don't care in the last 15 years, I say at least 15 years, who you can pick out. If you notice, they have only like 2 to 3 good productive years as far as stats wise go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you look back in the 80s and 90s, in the era we grew up watching sports, it wasn't like that. They would have like 8 or 10 good years.
Oh, yeah.
You look at Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin, or you can look at Emmitt Smith. You can look at all them, Barry Sanders. Even
in their outgoing years is like way better than some of the starters now.
It's like these players, and this is what I'm thinking it is. After they get their money, they've done made their money. It's like they don't care then.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell me you're in a weaker league now compared to what it was then. But Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin, um, what's his name? Played for Minnesota. I don't forgot his name. The receiver,
Chris Carter.
Chris Carter. All of those, and I know there's a bunch more out there, but that's just a couple that's come to my attention. They were consistent almost in year and in out for at least 10 years, or not
Mm-hmm.
more. Especially Jerry Rice into his last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But now, if you look at a running back, the only thing you have consistency out of now, at a position wise, is your quarterbacks. That's it.
Yeah.
Your running backs, 2 or 3 years, they're done, and they're just buying out time until they give it up. Same thing with your receivers. You look at Cooper Kupp; he had one big year. Stephon Diggs, one big year, and then you see all this that's going on. You look at Tariq Hill, a couple good years. He had a couple good years at KC, one good year at Miami, and it's like they all fall off. I was thinking about that today. It's like, is it the money? What do you think it is?
It's got to be the money. But then you can't say it's the money because now, okay, because I had to look up somebody while you was talking. I looked up an old school. I thought he played 20 years, but he didn't. Larry Fitzgerald, his only problem was Arizona. Most of them years he was on Arizona, he was the only productive player on there because they were sorry for a long time. And they had that one time they went to the Super Bowl, but they lost.
He played what, 14 years?
17. I thought it was 20 at first. I had to look it up. That's why I was looking up, but he only played 17 years.
But and I guess you could say he's your last that I can think of right now, that receiver that was productive.
Yeah, because
2 or 3 years.
Even when he retired at that 17th year, he still could have played for a few more years.
He could have, and but you don't see that now. I mean,
another one that's like him, but I don't know how long he been in the league. Marvin Harrison.
Yep, Marvin Harrison was the same thing with the Colts. He produced year in and year out until the time he gave it up. He was the same thing. But I was just thinking about this today, looking at it, man. There's no longevity with the NFL, but they're playing big. They're paying out bigger money for a 2 or 3 year career, pretty much.
Yep. Yeah, it is. It's like when you're on that rookie contract, you ain't making no money. I probably get 20 sacks in a year. As soon as they give me, all right, you're gonna make $50 million a year. I got 6 sacks.
Since we just talked about this, if I was a owner, you know where I'd put my money then? Instead of a running back, instead of a receiver, I would put my money in on the offensive line. And then I would draft me a mediocre running back. Hey, and I mean, because if you see that right now, I guess you could say Derrick Henry right now is probably one of your more backs as of right now that has had 4 or 5 good years.
Right.
Which it may be more. I'm just throwing that out there right now. Because I mean, he came in there at Tennessee. I mean, he was a beast there. I mean, he's always been a beast, and he's still continuing that. We'll see how long Barkley can go if he don't get injured.
Right.
But there isn't none. I mean, 2 or 3 years and they're done.
Yeah, but here you just gave me a good idea about saying you put that money in that line and you get a mediocre running back. Because guess what? The tush push is still legal. It doesn't necessarily say it has to be a quarterback that you do a tush push with.
Well,
they can get that mediocre running back and just push him, keep pushing him.
It's still legal for now. They're fighting hard. I seen that. I was reading on that. They're fighting hard, and one of the coaches. Oh, I don't know if it was Sean McVay or no, it wasn't Sean McVay.
I know. Sean McDermott. It was Sean McDermott from Buffalo because they was making fun of him from Buffalo because Buffalo runs it too, but they just not as good as Philly at doing it.
No, there was one coach, and they I can't remember what team it was. They didn't have a good season, and he said I'm not going to vote against something because another team has figured out a way to operate it better because we can't stop it. He said hats off to them, pretty much is what he said. He said, I'm not going to vote it because they got an upper hand. They figured out something that nobody can stop.
Yeah, but that's not the reason I'm against it is, okay, you could push him against the line, but now when it's time to kick the extra point, you can't get a skinny DB to stand on the back of a 300-pound lineman and knock the ball out. They talking about that's unsportsmanlike stuff. It's the same doggone thing.
And here's, if you want to do away with something, all right, the tush push right there on 4th and 1, 4th and 2, or whatever. Okay, I'm fine with that. But here's my thing. when you're 10, 20, 10, 15 yards downfield and they got them all wrapped up and you're allowed to keep pushing them like rugby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
all right, take that away. I keep the 4th and 1, what they've got. I mean, the Eagles has perfected it.
Or they have a max yardage amount. I don't care how many yards you go for, but we only gonna get this tush push can only give you 5 yards.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
No problem.
But yeah, they're fighting against it to stop that and everything. I seen that the other day. I was reading on it. And you've got, and one of them, I think it was McDermott. He was against it, but the thing is, I think Josh Allen was second behind the Eagles in running it.
Yeah.
And so you're against something that's you're being very successful with.
That's what they was making fun of him about. That they're doing it, but they're not doing it as good.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. And they were aggravated with the meeting because that took up almost the majority of the time of the meeting was that there, instead of talking about, they said, the kickoff rules, how that worked and everything else. I like the new kickoff rules. I like them.
I did too.
I think it's a go. It's better than kicking it out of bounds every time. At least you do get a return back or a chance to return it back. I think they need to fix the onside kick. I think it's a bunch of garbage that you cannot. You
do it until the fourth quarter, and you have to tell the other team that you're about to do it. Yeah. That was the purpose of an onside kick, because you didn't know when it was coming.
Yeah. So that's ridiculous. I mean, taking something away that gives you a little advantage. It's like they're trying to make an even keel across the board, but they need to fix that. But other than that, kickoff, I liked it, how it worked. All right, let's see. All right, you ready did you see the news for the Browns?
Yeah, they got Flacco.
Flacco back for 1 year.
Yep.
They should have just kept him last year.
They should have.
So
that means that Cleveland will not be drafting a quarterback.
What is that? Because he's gonna be done. He's gonna be done after next year.
Yeah, he would be done, but I would think ain't Deshaun Watson only got 1 more year on that big contract, and then he's gone, and then you can actually afford to pay a quarterback.
So go ahead and draft your quarterback. I'd draft Sanders. Let him sit under Flacco for the first year, learn the system, and then put him in the next year under a rookie contract.
That's smart, yeah, because he'll still be on that rookie contract, so you ain't paying him big money yet.
And then you're still going to probably stink it up and finish at least next year the top 5 for the draft pick and pick you a lineman. Start picking linemen to protect him.
Yeah, let Flacco take all the abuse right now.
Here's the thing. As far as I remember, they don't got no running backs. They got rid of Chubbs.
Yeah.
You got Jerome Ford, which he didn't do too well, which didn't have much. I mean, that whole team was horrible last year. So they got a lot of rebuilding to do there in Cleveland. They've been rebuilding for 30 years now, but but
I know, since Bernie Kosar was there.
Yep. All right, let's see. Well, no. Wow. It's a good thing. Hey, it's a good thing we got rid of Sneed. Did you see he's in the news?
No, what do you do?
Titan Sneed is sued over shooting at a car dealer lot. Could you imagine that being if he was in KC and that? I mean, that's going to be headline news everywhere.
Oh yeah, I know.
What's up with these dudes, man? I mean, it does not make no sense.
Nope.
And that was in Texas.
Why does everything happen in Texas? When Rasheed Rice was driving that car that was in Dallas.
Guess what was involved? A Lamborghini.
Oh my gosh. All right, new NFL rule. Let them have the tush push. We are going to ban people from getting Lamborghinis. No Lamborghinis in the NFL.
This is crazy. But we will be going live. We still going live on draft night Thursday,
Yep.
right? First
Yep.
round. We will be here. I think it starts at 8.
Yeah, it starts at 8.
Taken. So we will be here live for the first round, and we'll give you our input and our thoughts on stuff as it happens live. It'll be a lot better than last year's. I'll guarantee it.
Yeah, it will. What we're going to do is we're going to comment on all the trade drafts and, give everybody kudos for doing something good. And we're going to talk about the stupid stuff that Dallas do. It might be something stupid.
But it may be something stupid the Browns do. The Browns may trade that second pick to Dallas.
I would love for them, but I don't think Dallas would want to give up the real estate for it. They gave Amari Cooper up for nothing, pretty much. So
I still think Dallas, when they were flirting around with trading Dak to Cleveland to get that number 2, I think that was a smart idea, and that would have probably been Jerry Jones's best move in the last 20-some years if he would have done that.
If you're that's probably why he didn't do it, because that would have been his
best. Because I mean, if you look where Dallas is at, they're like stagnant.
Yeah,
they're stagnant. There's where they're at. They're not. They ain't improving. They're staying where they're at.
Well, did you hear they picked up Tyler Lockett from Seattle?
That ain't gonna help. That's about like
Cooks.
Tyler didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing in Seattle the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So
he was going downhill.
But we'll see how that goes, and then I'm trying to see anything else. Well, that's Seattle's just going to stink this year.
Oh yeah, they are.
They're going to be horrible. I don't know how the 49ers are going to do. The Rams they just need to go ahead and give the Rams that division. Just go ahead and give them the trophy and see. But because the Cardinals ain't going to do nothing.
No, I don't think they are.
So that'll be a one-man show with the Rams. The Rams will probably win that division. And that's one thing we need to do, our picks. We'll do it maybe next week. Who we think, how the division is going to go. I did get the Chiefs. I got their division right. I came close. I came close with the Commanders. I came close.
Yeah, he did.
I came close, but it was. I guess this is. You got anything else? Because I'm not seeing anything right now. We're just waiting on draft day coming for the NFL.
Yeah, we're just waiting.
So,
because there ain't nobody making no serious moves right now. I don't think no more moves are gonna happen till draft day.
I ain't heard no more noise from Tyreek Hill. Have you?
Nope.
So it's like everything is quieted down.
Yeah, I don't get Tyreek Hill. He was talking about something. He wants out of Miami. Oh no, I want to stay here and play. And it's like, what's the deal?
All right. If you got it, is that all you got?
Yep, that's all I got.
Well, like we always do at the end of every episode, if you're thinking about harming and hurting yourself, dial the quick number 988. Dial 1, they'll get you into the resources that you need, or call 1 800 273 8255, the Veterans Crisis Line. Give them a call, get in contact with the resources to get you the help you need, or go to your, if you're a veteran or whatever, go to your local VA medical center. Go to the ER, tell them you need to talk to someone, and they'll get you in contact with the resources that you need. Don't be afraid to take that first step to get the help. Talk to somebody, talk to a battle buddy, talk to a good friend, get the help you need.
Yep,
Is that all you got, Beans?
that's all I got.
Well, y'all have a good night. Stay safe, and hopefully we'll have you an audio during the middle of the week this week.
Yeah, we should have one up.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Take it easy.